Hi there. I'm Shola, backend engineer from the code creation team. In this video, I want to talk about one of the features our team has built, the refactor command tool within Duo Chat. So what is the refactor command tool? It is a tool available in IDEs like VS Code, IntelliJ IDEA, and also the Web IDE, which enables you to select a block of code, for example, a method or a class, and refactor for that block of code. Um, this is useful for many things, including improving the correctness of your code, improving the code to be more readable, maintainable, performant, or efficient, and even translating your code from one programming language to another. So I will do a quick demo to show you how the refactor command tool works. So just jumping in here, we are in VS Code, in a file called example.python, example.py. And in here, I have implemented a graph search to look for a target value inside of a graph. As you can see with the method name, I've named it convoluted graph search. And it is quite a deliberately complex and inefficient implementation. And also, it's quite a cumbersome code with quite a lot of lines of code as well. As you can see here, if we scroll down a little bit more, in total, we've got about 38 to 39 lines of code. So what we're going to do here is try to refactor the code to make the code more readable, simpler, and also maybe more performant. So what we do is select the method itself. And what we can do is then either right click and go to GitLab Duo chat and click on refactor. Alternatively, we can come into Duo chat and type in slash refactor and then click enter. So what the tool is doing behind the scenes is taking a look at the code and other contexts as well, which in some cases can include other open tabs to get an understanding of what's happening. Once this is complete, Duo returns the refactored code based on the block of code highlighted. So we're just going to jump back into VS Code here into Duo and going to expand this a little bit more. And as you can see, we typed in slash refactor and then Duo returns this for us. I'll refactor the convoluted graph search implementation to make it cleaner and more efficient. So if we scroll down, previously, if you remember, we had 39 lines of code and also, yeah, not the best performing algorithm in the implementation. Now, what Duo has done here is create a new method for us called graph search and still with the same requirements, but instead it's using a depth first search algorithm, which is yeah, very much more performant compared to the previous implementation. And then we also see here Duo has also included some comments for us to help us understand the code a little bit better and make it more readable and maintainable for other colleagues that you might want to collaborate with. So if I just copy this code here and then paste it into our uh, into uh, into the file itself and then just type paste it in. I'm just going to remove this for now, and then we can look at the lines of code that we've got. So in total, we've got about 32 lines of code, but if we take a proper look, we can see that most of those are actually for the comments. So Duo has made the same algorithm more performant, more readable, with less lines of code for the actual implementation as well. Um, and then just one other thing as well, if we scroll down a little bit more, so after Duo provides the refactored code for us, it also details the improvements that were made. So for example, it removed unnecessary variables in data structures, it simplified the search logic, and it added documentation as well, and also improved efficiency. Um, So that is the refactor command tool. Um, you can also even include additional instructions. By the way, for example, you can specify in the chat and ask Duo to refactor the code using a specific library or to refactor with a focus on improving performance or potential vulnerabilities as well. Additionally, you can also use it as a sort of a translation tool to a different language. We can actually try that. So if we select the code here and then in Duo we say, so the code currently is in Python. We can then ask Duo to translate the code or yeah, implement the code for us in Ruby. So if we just click enter. Um, we can see here that the yeah, Duo has refactored the code for us from Python into an equivalent Ruby implementation. Da. Yeah, there's quite a similarity between Python and Ruby in terms of like the syntax and using def and whatnot. Um, so it might not be overly obvious. So maybe let's try refactor to JavaScript instead. Yes, okay. So that is more obvious. So in Python, we had def convoluted graph search, and here the implementation is in JavaScript using things like function and uh, yeah, more functions. Um, so yes, that is the refactor command tool. It's a pretty awesome tool available to everyone to refactor their code faster, improve the code base, make it more resilient, more readable, whilst also improving developer productivity and efficiency as well. Please try this out and don't hesitate to reach out to the code creation team with any feedback you may have. Thank you.